a question while I'm talking, you can certainly put it in the chat. Josh Brown is on here. He works with me, and he will definitely notify me that it's on there. If I'm talking about anything interesting, whether there's a link to it or not, Josh will put that in the chat. Make sure you're looking at the chat and you grab whatever you want out of the chat, because when the call is over, the chat is gone. So welcome, everyone. This is the Big Joel Community Call. For those of you that haven't met me, I know there's a bunch of new people on here. I'm Joel Epstein, coming in hot from the Washington, D.C. Metro, East Coast. I know we have every coast represented today, now that I see Samantha Mountain Time Daily on the call. So we definitely have every coast represented. So I figured I'd kick off the first call of the new year without a guest. And I would just make some noise and allow you to ask any questions, and we sort of get ready for 2022. So the first thing I want to do is just say one word to you, just one word, and that word is 5 million. 5 million. That's how many houses we're short for people that want to buy them as of right now, and it's probably gone up from there. 5 million houses short. That means there are 5 million buyers out there that want to buy a house as soon as they can, but either can't find one or getting ready to buy one. With that said, I hope you all already know this. You all and real estate agents, I think there might be some agents on here, are in the best business ever of all time. And this purchase money roll, is going to go on for a while. Refis, on the other hand, I'm sure you're already seeing drop off. Weird things could happen and we could get another big refi punch. But the reality of it is we should start to normalize, which means refinances in a very mature loan officer's book of business are usually anywhere between 8 and 12% of their book. Those are need-based refis. Those are divorces, people selling houses, people cashing out to send a kid to college. These are situations where people don't really care what the rate is. They need equity from their home, and they do what they got to do. Okay, those are need-based refis, not rate-based refis. Okay, so I think we're coming into one of the strongest purchase money markets I know I've ever seen, and I've been doing this for a long time. I won't tell you how long, because I don't want you to try to guess my age, but it's been a long time I've been doing this, and this is one of the strongest purchase money markets I have ever seen. And one of the reasons it's so strong as well is the demand, along with the demand, is also still historically low interest rates. So affordability is through the roof. So even though the house prices continue to go up, the affordability is still excellent. And I think all of you all have probably figured out now that adage of, Josh, can you just mute everyone? Because someone is unmuted and I hear noise. Thank you so much. Or if you're listening, you can mute yourself. I'm hearing background noise. The affordability is literally through the roof. Okay. And I'm sure a lot of you all have heard, oh, I'm going to wait, let the house prices go down. I'm going to wait for this. I'm going to wait for that. I don't know about you all, but those people waiting, I think the bus has left the station and I don't know when it's coming back anytime soon. So there's really no reason to be waiting right now if you want to buy a home. It just comes down to, is the inventory there and can you buy a home? Is there actually a home that you can buy? Okay. So I just want to start off by saying, wow, 2021 was awesome. 2020 was awesome. 2021 was awesome. And 2022 is going to be just as awesome for those of you that have kept your head down and stayed in the game. Okay, so a couple of things. You should know for 2021, you should have your purchase money unit count in front of you right now. Purchase money unit count. Don't care about refis. That's fluff. That's great. Good for you. Bought a second home, bought a car, put your kid in college, saved a bunch of money. Awesome. Good. Glad you did them, but we don't want to count on them. So you should have your purchase money unit number. Again, don't care about your volume. We have people on this call who have an average loan amount of 210, and we have people that have an average loan amount of 600 on this call. So we don't care about your average loan amount. What we care about is units. You should have your 2021 units. You should also know your 2020 purchase units. And those of you that did your job correctly, your purchase unit percentage should have gone up at least 18 to 20%. If you closed 100 purchase units in 2020, you should have closed 121 or 120 in 2022. Take a hard look at that. See what that looks like. If that didn't happen, there's some things you need to be doing, lots of things you need to be doing to make sure that happens. By the way, no matter what the interest rates are, if you're doing your job correctly, if you're working a JOEL plan, your purchase unit business should go up a minimum of 20% units every single year. Okay? Your January this year, Rick Sedberry, you don't have to unmute, but I was talking to Rick this morning. Rick is a one-on-one client of mine in Hammond, Louisiana, which is a bedroom community of New Orleans. And we were talking about his purchase units, and we were talking about his January of 2025. And he's got 21 units on the books for January. And last January, he had 12. And we were looking at where they came from, what percentage of purchases. I think if I'm out of school, Rick, 10 purchases January 2021. And for 2022, I think 17, right? Or 18 purchases, something like that. So that's a massive jump. That's way higher than I would even have asked for with someone I'm working one-on-one with. But that's what it should look like. We should be moving forward always. We should never be looking back. When people want to buy houses, they buy a house whether the rate is 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, or any of you old dogs on the phone right now like me, I've written loans at 15% before. It doesn't matter. Okay, if people want to buy, they buy. And they figure out how to do it. And as mortgage bankers, we create very crazy, wacky programs so they can buy. Whether they're 1-year arms, 3-year arms, 5-year arms, 7-year bullets, 2-1 buy downs, whatever it is, we figure out ways for people to buy houses. That's our job and the companies we work for job. But remember, people are always going to want to buy houses, and agents are always going to be buying and selling their house and helping somebody buy a new house. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is take a look at that. If that number did not go up, you need to have a serious talk with yourself about why. Why did that number not go up? Again, do not judge on refis. Remove them from the equation. Purchase units. That is the only fair barometer number. Did it go up? And by the way, it should go up another 20% in 2022 as well. And it should continue like that until you retire or get out of the business. Okay? Now, the next thing is do you know where every single loan that you closed came from? Where did it come from? Who referred it to you? Where did you get it? Literally. Is it your next door's neighbor's refi? Is it referred by Susie Q, agent at Remax? Where did you get the loan? Is it someone you already closed a loan for? Those of you that work with me already, you know that term. Is it a CC? Was it a CC? And if it was, where did it come from originally? Literally, where did all of those loans come from? Because what you should be seeing as you grow your business is you should be getting more business from those same referral sources because you have actively deepened relationships or developed new ones. Because we all know, those of you that know me well know that your job is not to do loans. Your job is to find people who know people who need loans, become best friends with them, and get them to refer the loans to you. Your job is to get referrals and manage referral partners, not manage a loan pipeline. Okay? I know that everyone on here that knows me well knows that very clearly. Where did those loans come from? Literally, okay? You can take the refinances now. A refinance referred by an agent, I put those in a separate category. By the way, I call those a purchase loan. I just put them at the bottom of my list, okay? If an agent referred it to me, my next door neighbor doesn't count, okay? Because the name of the game is referrals. We all know that. So we need to know where everything came from. Where did all these loans come from? If you don't know that, if you're not staring at that right now, if your phone is not red light ready, there's a bunch of new people on here that are starting crush groups in 2 weeks. You'll know all about this in 2 weeks. Okay, if your phone is not red light ready, You know, if you're red light ready, you know this. You can pull these reports right now in your mobile phone. You don't even need a CRM or a database or whatever you're playing around with. You need nothing. Okay? You should be able to pull this up sitting in a red light, what I call red light ready. So if you don't know where everything came from, figure it out. Okay? Now, I want to tell you something else that I want you to be looking at this year for the whole year. I want you to really be looking at your pull through, and it's a roll forward number. And here's the way I want you to do it. Okay. Say you're Phil Gans and you pull credit on 50 people for the month. Okay. I have no idea how many loans Phil closes. So I'm going to say he pulls credit on 50 people for the month. Now, everybody go with me for a minute. Let's say 100. Make it 100. It's an easier number. Okay. Now, when you pull credit, to me, that's app started. Customer allowed their credit to be pulled, app started. This is not a tire kicker. This is not a lead where nobody's pulled credit, where we don't know anything. We're at the point where the customer has allowed a credit pull, or in some of your systems was allowed to trigger their credit being pulled on their own in your system. Okay. Now, Phil Gans pulled credit on 100 people. All right. Now, 15 of those people were can't do's. A can't do means a credit score below any program you have to offer. Say a 440 credit score with 17 short sales, 19 co-signed loans, 37 jobs, the worst loan ever, undoable, we can't do it. It's a can't do. Or not closing for 6 months. Okay, so you talk to someone and they say, I'm getting a gift from my grandpa in August and I want to close in October. That's a can't do for us for now. Okay, so we subtract the 15, 100 less 15 is 85. That's 85 credit pulls, doable loans. Now for the month, Phil closed 20 loans for the month. That's a great month, right? 20 loans, right? Where in the hell did the other 65 loans go? Literally, where are they? Up in smoke, on your floor, in the closet, in the trash, in the cloud. Where did they go? Okay, they went somewhere. Where are they? So I really want you to start looking. Those of you that have been through crush groups, have been with me for a while. This is the BIC-PP thing. How many BICs do you currently have versus PPs? How many butts in cars do you have? You should have more. Those of you that are new to me, this is flat out. How many people did I run credit on? How many loans did I close? Period. Okay, period. All right. Now, as we start looking at all these numbers and we look at where our business comes from, let me give you a little hint. If you're doing business the right way and you close 20 loans, those should probably be referred by maybe 8 to 10 referral sources. Some of you less than that. Not 18 referral sources to close 20 loans. That's a sucky, shitty way to do business and no fun. That's what's your rate and get beaten up on every transaction. Okay, that's calling cold leads from Zillow. All right. If you are getting referrals, which is what you're supposed to be doing, you should be closing a lot more with a lot less. Okay. And what that leads me to next is, after you made your list of where everything came from, take a look at those relationships if you even have a relationship there. What have you done today, yesterday? I know it's Omicron and it's the holidays and whatever, and those of you that know me know that I don't care, okay? What have you done today to deepen an existing relationship or develop a new one? Literally, what have you done? Keith Freeland asked percentage. That's pull through, right, Keith? That's what you're asking for? Anything above 31, 32 is legit. That's pretty good. Okay. Most people, when they do the numbers, by the way, Keith Freeland is a branch, as a market leader in Williamsburg, Virginia. He just asked a question in the chat. What's a good percentage for pull through? My answer was anything above 32 is banging. Keith, when most people do the drill, like if you do the drill, we hang up, Keith, I'm betting you're 22, 24, 25%, something like that. Okay. Now, the beauty of it is just moving that needle a couple of percent is a lot of loans, by the way. So you don't have to be at 50% or 80%. You don't have to be at a crazy number. Okay. And Keith, yes, there are loan officers out there that are at 50%, 55%, but those are very mature businesses with referrals coming mainly from platoon agent and super hot company agents. That's when it's going to be a lot higher because the agents are actually doing a little filtering before the referral. You know what I mean? They're not, if they already know someone is completely undoable, they might not even send them. They might tell the loan officer, but credit is never even pulled, so they don't even count. They don't even go into our world. Okay. So Keith, I'd say anything above 32 is legit. I would give you a goal by the end of June to be at 36%. That's a game changer for you. I bet if you look at your numbers. Okay. And those of you that are branch leaders, managers, you want to look at your whole branch on that, not just your own production as well. Those of you that are above that level, you want to look at your whole world. Okay. All right. Now, relationships. Okay. What have you done today to deepen an existing relationship or develop a new one? What did you do yesterday? What did you do last week? Literally. I want to tell you a prediction that I think is going on. Sorry, I'm just moving through here to see. I got a whole bunch of people on here today. I'm just seeing who else has their cameras on. By the way, those of you that are new to the call, know that if you turn your camera on, I always attempt to engage. And if you don't, then I really can't because I can't see you. But from a relationship perspective, what are you doing? Now, let me tell you, the best loan officers in the country right now, they are physically in front of these agents. And I'm telling you right now, if you're not, you're going to be standing behind one of their large bodies trying to look over their shoulder when the refis completely dry up and you realize, holy crap, I was closing 12 loans a month and now I just closed 3. What is going on? And by the way, don't give me that crap about January. Call yourself a wambulance and go ahead and go wah yourself into somewhere, okay, that it's January. Those of you that know me know I don't care it's January. January to me is April, May, June. Don't care, okay? Just because it's January doesn't mean you don't close loans. Now, I'll give people an exception in extremely cold places where there's 2 feet of snow on the ground where they can't even do home inspections. Fine, okay? But I don't even know if that's going on anywhere in the country right now. Or like in Louisiana, a hurricane maybe wrecked everything, so you couldn't close anyway. Okay. But besides that, January is just like May. Who cares? And by the way, the buyers don't care anymore. I mean, it used to be, there was a spring market. It was like, okay, the Easter Bunny shows up, spring market. Okay. July 4th, fireworks go off, market over. Okay. Then we wait till the fall again. That's all out the window. COVID got rid of that. It's gone. Okay. It's a spring market every day now. So you shouldn't be acting any differently. Also, those of you that are feeling and experiencing some kind of burnout over the last 2 years, let me just tell you, who cares? I don't care. Nobody else cares, and your competition doesn't care either. Get up earlier, do some yoga, okay? Sit in a spa. I don't care. Get on it. You got 3 years of full-on rock and roll. You can go to your second home or drive your new sports car that you bought with your refi money later. Okay, there are a lot of purchase loans to be done right now. And if you sit back, somebody is going to take your business. I guarantee it. I probably know the person because I'm a blessed guy and I work with a lot of top producers across the country. So I probably know the person in your world that's going to take your business from you. Okay, and they're going to take it big time. Okay, because some of these loan officers doing lots of units are just getting busier and busier and busier. And so you want to hang with them. You do not want to end up on their team taking apps for them, right? Right. We want to hang with them or take their business right back, okay? So the only way to do that is to be in front of people. So again, if everybody collectively stands up right now, turns around and looks at your chair, and it looks like an imprint of your ass cheeks, you're doing this wrong. You shouldn't be in your chair. You should be out of your chair. STP, see the people. You should be out, okay? And if you're not, you need to get your plan together to get out. All right, there's a whole bunch of people here in the next crush group on the 14th. Anyone that's interested in the crush group, just ask me. I have a whole plan for this. But you need to be out, okay? I've talked to a bunch of loan officers over the past 3 or 4 days. It really doesn't sound like Omicron is freaking out too many people, especially vaccinated and boosted people. Okay, in all markets across the board, even the South, even the great state of Florida, where, by the way, I don't know if y'all knew this, there is no COVID in Florida. Did y'all know that? COVID never got to Florida. It hit the state line and just stopped. But even, everywhere, even in the Northeast where people were more COVID sensitive, they're out, they're doing stuff. Okay. This is a different thing. And I'll tell you, I don't know. I don't want to make predictions, but I think what we're dealing with right now is going to go a lot faster than the last things went. I think you'll probably see maybe a fourth booster, and I think it's game on. It's game on anyway. I don't know if you all remember, but in April and May of 2020, when quote unquote the world was supposedly shut down, no one was supposed to be working. I don't know about you all, but agents were out in hazmat suits selling houses with antibacterial stuff with gloves on, wiping down as people came in. They did not stop. Okay. And once they realized, oh, wow, COVID, no one wants to be stuck in their house anymore with 3 kids on Zoom in a small house. I need a bigger house. And people started moving. It was game on. But while all that was happening, 5 million people are on deck that want to buy a house. 5 million. How many of those purchase loans will you get? Literally, think about it. If you don't know where your business is coming from, okay, those of you starting a crush group, you're going to know real soon. But if you don't know where your business is coming from, then shame on you. How can you control and actually run your business? Okay? I don't think the rates are going up that much. I'd like them to probably go up a little bit, honestly. Okay? But I don't think they're going up that much, which means we're still in a high affordability market. Huge. Okay? And those of you that are newer to the game and have not seen exotic products before, don't even worry about it. Let the rates go up. Who cares? Us mortgage bankers, we're crafty. We'll come up with a really cool product to simulate a lower rate and a lower payment to get people into houses. We've been doing it for years. We know exactly what we're doing with that. Okay? The only reason those products aren't being used right now is because 30-year fixed is too good. Okay? So 2022 should be bigger than 2021, not smaller. If you are not coming out of the gate on fire in January, take a hard look at what you've been doing and pull your head out of your proverbial rear end and get moving. Okay? There is no reason for you not to knock the cover off the ball in 2022 unless you're lazy or disorganized. All right? Literally, your units should be going up. Okay? Up, up, up. Rick, unmute. What was your percentage? I know we just did it. Percentage units up from 2020 to 2021.
Let's see. I'll figure it out for you real quick.
I know, because we were just talking about this morning. I never put people on the spot in this call, so I'm not going to ask anyone put you on the spot. But
18%.
Rick, how much?
18.
18. Okay, so he's right on. Okay, all right. So that's my low number. 18 to call it 21, and 15% is okay. But 18 is right in there. I'm looking for 20%. Okay, but that is methodical. Relationships are a marathon, not a sprint. Growth. That's predictable, methodical. That's the kind of growth where you save money for a kid's college. You know exactly what you're making. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, and refis are cherries on top. Literally. That's money in your bank account. Maybe it's a second home, whatever you're doing, college tuition, putting money away, whatever it is. That's not something that you should be thinking, hi Shada, you should be thinking that you're living off of. Okay? That is money. That's just bonus gimme money. Okay? All right. So 2022, you should be really pumped up right now. All right? Really pumped up, super pumped up. Okay. And it should be for everyone bigger. Now, who here, just give me a raise of hand, your January 2021 is bigger than your January 2020? Anyone? Rick, I know yours is. Matt, Keith. Okay. Not too many of you. T Green. Let me see. Eric.
2021 Charlie. Or 2022 too?
You're going from, I'm sorry, you're right. 2022 to 2022. You're correct, Keith. Thank you. January 21 to January 22. Okay. All right. Okay. So everybody, I want to see. Patty, did you put something in the chat? Patty, you didn't. Okay, you didn't. What's a good number? Alberto Gomez. Hold on a second. Joel, who is doing the filtering for these agents? Do you meaning who's talking to their clients? Is that what you mean by that?
Yes.
They are. The agents are. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Who's filtering them so that they know that it's not a good lead or to send it to you?
The LO. It's like training ISRs for an agent that's doing lead gen. The actual LO is doing that. Okay. Well,
I don't think that was the question. I think he's asking who's filtering the referral customer before they send them to the loan officer, which is increasing your pull-through rate.
No, that's
the realtor.
Yeah, the realtor. Yeah, that's what I'm at. That's my answer. My answer is good loan officers train their agent partners how to do that. That's my answer. I mean, they're not just throwing someone at you that they met in the supermarket, threw them to the ground, shoved their card in their mouth, and made them call you. They're actually doing a little bit of what I call a very light pre-qual. Not too much where they miss something, but it's a light pre-qual. It just lifts it up. It lifts up your percentage a little bit, but there's other systems you need to put in place, BICPP system, that will take your pull-through to the moon. That's just a tiny piece of it. Does anybody else have any questions you want to throw in the chat for now? If not, I'm looking at the clock. It's 2:29. You all know I like to keep these things to 30 minutes. I applaud all of you for spending a little bit of your time to get on a call like this. You should be so pumped up right now. You should know what to do with yourself. You're in the greatest business ever. I mean, you should be pumped, but I'm telling you, if your January is not loaded for bear, okay, plump, the fattest January you've had, you need to take a hard look at what you've been doing the past month and make February the biggest February you ever had. Okay. All right. That's your second chance. Make February your biggest February you ever had. Okay. If you normally close 10 loans in February, close 15. There's no reason not to. They're out there. Okay. Everybody, next week we'll be back with a guest. And I appreciate you taking time today. I gave you a bunch of little things to do if you haven't already done it and things to look at. All right. And I will see everybody next Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Pacific. That's where I'm going tomorrow. Pacific. All right, everybody.